Hi my dear students, I am Sunila from Department of Physics, Government College Madhupally. In this lecture, we will learn about volume integral. Okay? A volume integral. The volume integral of a scalar function is defined as volume integral of v d tau. Here, this v represents the integration volume integral, and here this is the function. Okay, this function v d tau. Here v is a scalar function. V is a scalar function. Okay, v is a scalar function, and this d tau is the volume integral, infinitesimal volume element. d tau, infinitesimal volume element. Okay, volume element. This scalar function v varies with point to point. Okay, this v, the scalar function v, takes different values at different points in the space. Okay, so we have to integrate it to get a total volume integral. For example, suppose v is a density function. Example, v is density function. Then what happened? If you multiply this density function with an elementary volume, infinitesimal elementary volume, you get a small, the mass at that much volume. Okay? In order to get the entire volume, entire mass, you have to integrate this function. Volume integral of density function gives us mass. That's an example. Okay. So the volume integral can be defined for both scalar and vector functions. Here we consider the scalar function. Okay. As an example, density of a material. Now, suppose we need the volume integral of a vector function. Okay. Volume integral of a vector function. If this v is a vector function, for a vector function, I write here, see, for a vector function, this is for a scalar function, here this is for a vector function, this volume integral, vector v d tau, this is equal to volume integral of Vx x cap plus Vy y cap plus Vz z cap d tau. Okay, here you can see that this x cap, y cap, z cap, etc. are unit vectors. These are constants. So you can take these components outside. So you get here, this is equal to x cap integral volume integral Vx d tau. D tau in Cartesian coordinate system, this d tau is equal to dx, dy, dz. Okay, you can write here d tau equal to dx, dy, dz. Okay, so here also integral Vx d tau plus y cap integral Vy d tau plus z cap integral Vz d tau. Okay, or this gives you x cap integral volume integral Vx dx, dy, dz plus y cap integral Vy dx dy dz plus z cap integral v vz dx dy dz. Okay, these are the definition for volume integral. In the first case, here we define this function as a scalar function. As an example, we consider density function. So here this volume integral is defined both for vector function and for scalar function. Okay. So just remember all these things. Now I think we can do problems. Okay. Now we can do the problem. Okay. This is the problem. Calculate the volume integral of t equal to xyz square over the prism shown below. Okay. You can see here the prism. This is the prism. This is the volume. Okay. We have to find out volume integral of this function over this volume. Okay, that is the problem. Okay, now we already learned that how to define a volume integral. Okay, so we can write it first. The volume integral. Okay, the volume integral of this function t dρ. Okay, t is given here. So substituting this, you get x, y, z square dx, dy, dz. Now we have to find out the integration limits. Okay, we have to find out the integration limits. For convenience, suppose we find out the area of this part. Okay, this shaded part. For that, what we want to do, you know that this is the x-axis, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. So, taking integrals dx and dy, you get area of this area. Okay, that means you have to find out area of this prism integrating through this straight line. Okay, integrating through this straight line. Now, how can you find out this straight line? What is this straight line? Okay, for that we can check now. At x equal to 0. Okay. At x equal to 0, x equal to 0 means at this point. Okay. At x equal to 0, y equal to 1. Okay, y equal to 1. Now, at x equal to 1, y equal to 0. Okay, at x equal to 1, y equal to 0. It is given. From this diagram itself, you can understand that. Okay, x equal to 0, y equal to 1. X equal to 1, y equal to 0. Now, another thing is, this is the straight line. These two points are connected through a straight line. I can write here the points, okay? A, B and C. Okay? A, B. The straight line AB. Okay. Normally, you know that straight line is represented by the equation y equal to mx plus c. Okay? Y equal to mx plus c. If you give x equal to 0 here, you get y equal to c. What is that? At x equal to 0, y equal to 1. Okay? That means at x equal to 0, y equal to 1 equal to c. We get this c. Now what about this m? What is m? Yes, m. m is equal to dy by dx. Okay? m is equal to dy by dx. dy is minus 1 because 0 minus 1. Okay? So you get here minus 1 by 1, that's equal to minus 1, right? 0 minus 1 dy, 1 minus 0 dx. Okay, so you get here y equal to minus x plus 1. This is the straight line mentioned here. Okay, if you apply x integration, you can write this as x equal to 1 minus y. Okay, now we can put the limits. The limits are given like this. This is equal to, first we can write this z integral. Z integration runs from 0 to 3. Okay, once you get this area, you can integrate along this z axis to reach up to this height, c, up to c. Okay, so 0 to 3 z square dz. Okay, then comes integral. Now here 0 to 1, 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 y dy. Okay, along with this, another integration is 0 to 1 minus y. Here x is here, x dx. Okay, I think this integral 0 to 1 minus y, x is here, x dx dy. Okay, do you understand how to find out this? That means we integrate x along this straight line. Okay, along this straight line, because this is the shape here. Okay, so we integrate x along this straight line. That is why its limits are like this, 0 to 1 minus 1. This x is from here. Okay, x dx. If you integrate this output, the output of this integration is a function of y, because here upper limit is y. Then you have to integrate this total function with respect to dy. The limits of y integral is from 0 to 1. This gives you area of this triangle. Okay, if you substitute O here, area of OAB, triangle OAB is given by this integral. Then next step, you can integrate through this z-axis. Then you can get the entire volume of the prism. That is the logic. Okay, this is one way of doing this problem. You can do this part in another way. That means, I never want to confuse you. If you want to do the problem, either you can integrate first y, then this limit changes to 1 minus x. Okay, either way, that's up to you. Anyway, if you once find out the area of this prism, moving through this along this z-axis gives you the entire volume of the prism. Okay, that is the procedure. So you get this volume integral like this. Now we can simplify this. Okay, so all this the first part, z integral only here. So you can integrate it here itself. That is, you get here z cube by 3, 0 to 3. Okay, into, then comes this part. Here integral 0 to 1 y. What about this part? This gives you x square by 2 from 0 to 1 minus 1. Okay, that's dy. Now we can perform this integral. So you get here, this 1 by 2 is constant, taking it out. Here there is 3 cube by 3. So you have 9 by 2, right? 9 by 2. Then in this part, you have integral 0 to 1. Then y into for x 1 minus y, 1 minus y whole square dy. Okay. This is the expression. So you can integrate this. This gives you what you get here. You can integrate this as you wish, your own style. And if you expand and simplify this, this gives you 0 to 1 into y into 1 minus 2y plus y square dy. Okay. And you integrate this. This gives you 3 by 8. Okay. 3 by 8. Because you can see here, if you integrate this, the first term gives you y square by 2. Next term gives you minus 2y cube by 3. Next term gives plus y raised to 4 by 4. Altogether, you get here 3 by 2. 3 by 8. Okay. Altogether, you get here your result as 3 by 8. This is the procedure to do the volume integration. That means if you have to find out the volume integration, you have to find out area of some part of the shape or body and how to integrate it along its height. Since this system has symmetry, this is an easy process. See, you can see here, if you find out this area of this triangle, just the integration along this z-axis gives you the entire volume. Okay, that is the procedure we apply here. These terms represent the area of this base, this term. Once you find out this, the integration of this term overall the entire z-axis gives you. Z-axis from 0 to 3 gives you this volume integral. It is obtained as 3 by 8. Okay. So happy learning. Learn well. Thank you.